Hey guys, it's Aussie Reptilez here. Now what I thought I'd do today is introduce you to all my reptiles. Obviously not all of them I'll be able to get out and show you in my hands, but for those ones I'll probably show you in the tank. But I just thought, let's do a bit of a different video, introduce you to every single one of my reptiles, including the ones that aren't in my room. So let's get straight into the video, hopefully you enjoy, and yeah, let's get into the video. So we'll start here with one of the more simple lizards, which is what a majority of my collection is. But what we have here is a little baby Prince Regent Kimberley Northern. The Prince Regent is a locale, so it's a locale, but it's a Kimberley and it's a Northern Blue Tongue. The Regents, well, the Kimberleys in general are really speckly as they get out toward their adult stage, and the Regents just look really nice. He's already got some nice speckles starting to grow on his head. But I really like this lizard, and I don't know, it's probably one of my favourite normal, if you can call it a normal, but it's one of my favourite normal sort of blue tongues. So that's my Prince Regent, and that's my first pet. Okay, so for pet number 2, I have another blue tongue, and it's right here. This is another northern blue tongue, but what this is, it's a Darwin locale, so it's found up in Darwin, and it's also a white northern mutation. As you can see, it's an absolutely pearl white lizard. Stunning. I don't know if you can see that properly, but he is absolutely pearl white, or snow white, I guess you could say. And I absolutely love this lizard. I can't wait for it to be an adult and produce more of these guys, but this is my pearl white lizard, or a white northern. So number 3 here actually follows on from the white northern. He's got a super nice white belly too, which I like. But what this is here, this is my het white northern, so 100% het. So it carries the white gene but looks normal, and it's quite a stunning lizard. Again, this is a Darwin locale, and yeah, as you can see, quite stunning pattern, quite nice. So technically normal in appearance, but it carries the white northern gene. So that's this guy, and this is my pet number 3. What I have here, this is lizard number 4 and lizard number 5. So number 4, what he is a normal in appearance. He's a Kimberley cross Eastern Blue Tongue, and he's a het anery, 100% het anery, and he's also possible het albino. Number 5 is that one's boyfriend or girlfriend, and this is actually the black-eyed anery, and this black-eyed anery is also possible het albino. So technically we have 2 possible het albinos, 100% het anery, and an actual anery. So that's those 2, and that's pet number 4 and 5. Number 6, again, another blue tongue, and like I said, a majority of this list is going to be blue tongues. This is just one of my holdback lizards, one of the ones I've decided to keep that I bred myself this year. Now he's coming into sloth, so he's pretty dull, but as you can see, he's got a slight sort of reduced pattern-ish feel to him, and he is a possible het reduced pattern as well, and he also could potentially carry the albino gene too. So he's a possible double banger, I guess you could say, and he's quite stunning. I've got another 2 of these guys to show you, but that'll be a bit later on, after a few more lizards. This is number 6. Number 7, another blue tongue, which is probably going to be like another 30 or so. So what we have here, this is actually my reduced pattern. He's not a full reduced pattern, he's a bit of a low grade reduced pattern. I'll actually get up a photo of him as a baby. So Phil England from Stone Deaf Reptiles on Instagram, he posted this photo. I don't know if you can see that without the glare and so on. He posted this photo of 4 reduced patterns that he got from his litter of a het to reduced pattern pairing, or het to het. I'm not quite sure what it was, but this one here is the one that I own now. So it was one of his 4 favourites, and I was lucky enough to acquire it off him along with 2 other hets, which you'll see in a second. So thank you, Phil, for them, and he's an absolute stunner. I really love this lizard, especially the fact that he has no pattern whatsoever on his belly. But that is number 7. So number 8 and number 9 are the 2 hets that I was talking about. So basically just normal blueies. You guys have seen them if you watched my unboxing video on the blueies I got off Phil. Just normals in appearance, but they carry the reduced pattern gene, so they're 100% hets. Now unfortunately, if these guys do grow up to be male, I will most likely sell them on, but we'll see how it goes, and I might end up keeping them as well. So nice 100% het reduced patterns there. So as I said, it's 8 and 9. So number 10 and 11 are also holdbacks that I produced this year. As you can see, very stunning. Very reduced pattern and also very light in colour. So that's those two there. So what these are, exactly the same as my other holdback. They're possible het reduced patterns and also possible het albinos. Now, the reduced pattern gene isn't actually visual in terms of its hets, but these look a lot like the dad, and the dads are 100% het, so I have a high feeling, or I'm pretty confident that these guys will carry the gene. Obviously that may not be true, but fingers crossed, and once these guys are big enough to breed, further breedings will prove out whether these guys carry the gene or not, along with their other siblings. So that's 10 and 11 right there. So I thought we'd mix it up a bit. Obviously I've still got plenty more blue tongues to show you guys, but this here is Rango, and what Rango is, he's a central bearded dragon, and he was my first lizard that I bought on my own personal license. I had frogs and, well actually I just had frogs. I had frogs on a family license, like my parents' license. I went out and bought my own license, and I bought myself a bearded dragon. I've had Rango here for almost 6 years, so he's kind of getting close to the end of his life, unfortunately. But he's had a good one, or at least I believe he has. He's a monster size, and I really love this lizard. And obviously his name is after the chameleon, Rango. Although he's not a chameleon, it's a great name for a bearded dragon or any lizard. So that is Rango, and I absolutely adore him. So back onto the blue tongues, we have another blue tongue here. This is pet number 13, I believe. I'm not going to count them all in this video. I'll just do a total at the end or in the title. But here's another blue tongue. It's a nice Queensland locale, Townsville to be exact, and very nice blue tongue. My dad bought me this one, and yeah, love him. And Amber has a possible girlfriend for this guy, which is another like lizard that looks pretty much exactly the same, but it's a female, so we may possibly breed them together and make more like this, but that's for the future, maybe possibly later on this year. But for now, that is E.T. His name's E.T. and he's a Queensland Eastern blue tongue. So it's no secret that I love my blue tongues. Here I have two other blue tongues. These are ones that are housed in tubs, but these ones are also the ones I put outside the most to get the beneficial sun. Scared the crap out of me. So he just tried to bite me, but once I got him, he's calm. At least I hope so. If he ends up biting me, I guess it would be good views and entertainment for you guys, but not so good for me. So this here is my blotched blue tongue. He actually doesn't have a name, but he is my blotched blue tongue, lowland blotched blue tongue. Bought off Richard Connolly. If you guys are looking for blotchies and you live in Melbourne, or just, I don't think he freights, so if you guys live in Melbourne, definitely go check him out. Hook him up, and he gets really good cheap prices. But this is my blotched blue tongue. You guys have seen him in multiple videos, and yeah, that's him. And blotched blue tongues are absolutely stunning animals, so that's him. Now, as well as my blotched blue tongue, I also house this fella here. He is a brown Queensland. There's a bit of controversial whether what he is. He was originally going as a Cairns locale, now he's like a Murrabee locale. But we're just going to call him a brown Queensland or a brown Eastern. I quite like this lizard. I really love the pattern and the bandings. He's grown really well. He's coming up to a year old and he's pretty much mature. And they've got really big jaws, these ones, and I actually would really like to breed this. Apparently if you breed this to a normal, about 50% of the litter, so half the litter will actually come out looking like this, and then obviously the other half will come out looking like the other side of the parent. But I love their chin patterns, if you guys can see them, and all around I absolutely love this lizard. So that is a brown Eastern, so pretty cool. Another one of the blue tongues I own is actually this fella here. This guy's actually a girl, at least we believe it to be a girl, and she is a hypermelanistic, again coming up to a year old. Obviously I'm not going to breed her this year, she's a bit small for that. About 2 years and about 400 grams is pretty good for a female. Obviously she's a bit too small, but absolutely love this girl, and I'm not in a rush to breed her. I want her to be up to size and grow. I don't want to overfeed her and just power her up on food. But this is her. Her name is Night Fury, and absolutely love her. And this is one of the two hypermelanistics I own. Amazing lizards, and definitely worth the money. So, hypermelanistic blue tongue right there. Along with the hypermelanistic, I also have this fella. Now what this fella is, it's just another silver Queensland, I guess you could say. Some pretty nice pattern. I got this guy off Mark Prince along with the brown Eastern, and I like the pattern, I like the belly. I like everything to do with this lizard. It's a stunning lizard and has grown heaps. Again, coming up to a year old, like the next 2 remaining lizards as well. And getting some decent size. Obviously they could be bigger if I power fed them, but I feed these guys plenty, and I want them to grow at a steady rate rather than just food at once and get them up to size. I'm not in a rush to breed them. Breeding is just an enjoyment of keeping these lizards, so I'm not in a rush, but I do actually love this guy, and I can't wait to breed him in the future. So that is this guy. Another blue tongue I own. This here is a blotched blue tongue, but it also carries the, well, it also is an Eastern at the same time. It's an Eastern cross, and again, a year old, and this one has some tremendous size on it. It just shows you what can happen when they eat well and eat lots. But there he is. He's a bit dopey, but he's really awesome. He's got some really striking red colours to him. So when you see him after he's shed, obviously he's about to come into shed. But other than that, great lizard, and we'll go get its sibling. Here we have the sibling, which you can obviously see there's a huge size difference between them. So this one doesn't eat as much. But as you can see, the pattern on this one obviously resembles an Eastern, because obviously it is an Eastern as well. Now these guys collect a lot, cop a lot of slack, a lot of hate, sorry, in the hobby, because they are technically a mutt or a mutant. 2 species of Talika were combined. Obviously, in my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with it, especially because that's why I own them. I think it just makes another cool looking lizard. But to those who hate them out there, everyone to their own opinion. I personally like them. I know a few people that like them, but I also know people that don't like them. But in my opinion, it's a cool lizard, so there's the Eastern Cross Blotch. There's the Eastern Cross Blotch Blue Tongues. Here we have Viper, and Viper is another one of my central bearded dragons. Viper's massive, like he's really big. He's got a really fat tail. I bought Viper as a semi-adult, while Rango bought as a baby. So I'm not sure on Viper's age, but I'm assuming he's close to the same age. And he actually has a really big buffy head, and he's a big bearded dragon, so it'd be cool to get some babies out of him, see how they grow and see what happens with them. Obviously I've got babies from Rango, and they are the babies that I own, and a lot of people own as well. But this is Viper, and he was like the 4th reptile I bought. Yeah, bearded dragons. My first lizard was a blotched blue tongue, and then bearded dragons were my first lizard on license, so they mean a lot to me as well. So that is a bearded dragon. So this guy here, this is Tiger. Now Tiger, he's special to me, and he's special to a lot of you guys, and he's a pretty big fan favorite amongst my subscribers, and he's the reason a lot of you guys are here. He's got a bit of shed. He's just recently shed, so you guys are in luck. He's got his nice colours coming through. He's just shed, so he's super yellow. Obviously he's got his super yellow sidebars. He's pretty iconic, as I said, nice and yellow. Definitely one of my favourite lizards, and can't wait to breed him and produce some more. So yeah, that is Tiger. So here we have a few of the animals that I can't actually get out of the tub. In this small tank here we do actually have 3 little baby green tree frogs. Very basic setup, but I had to move them into this small tank so that I could get my ridge tail monitor into one of those tanks. But this is them in this tank here, as you can see there, right there. We have an Eastern banjo frog, and then up in this tank here we have a scorpion. You can actually kind of see his tail chilling right there. But he's a marbled scorpion, Eastern banjo frog, and 3 green tree frogs. So that is them. Now, if you guys that watched all my 25 blue tongue video or whatever, that's now 30. But as you know, in that video, I did say that there was a cranky one which lives up there. It's still super mean. I don't know what the heck to do, and I don't know what I did to it. But it is mean, so I won't be getting down in this video again, as it frightens the crap out of me. But we'll go outside now, out into the lounge room and stuff, and look at some of the other animals. Now, also in my room here, I do have a southern water skink, 2 green and golden bell frogs, and another baby bearded dragon, but they're all sleeping and the frogs are hard to find, and so is the water skink, so I don't want to destroy their habitat to look for them. You guys would have seen them in previous videos. If not, go through and look for videos that include them, but that is them, and let's go have a look at the animals that are in different rooms that you guys haven't really seen before, so let's check them out. Okay, so what we have here, these are my Murray River turtles. So this is Raphael and that is Leonardo. Now what they are, as I said, are just 2 male river turtles. Normally the tank would be much more full of water, but for now they're just in here. I need to fill up the tank. But this one's really active and really playful. The other one is a bit more secretive and just hides. But they are my Maori river turtles. Here we have another one of the baby bearded dragons. I believe this one is a girl, although I'm not 100% sure. Now, she is one of the babies that Ranger produced, and this is actually my brother's little lizard. He looks after her. So in this tank here, as you can see down here, we have a green tree frog who's actually got an empty water bowl, so I need to fill that up right after this video. But she's got a nice big tank. I could put the babies in here with it, although I'm pretty scared that the babies might get eaten. But she's got a nice setup. So I appreciate you guys for watching. I know I also have 2 marbled geckos as well, which I didn't include because obviously they are nocturnal and I don't want to disturb them yet. So as I said, in this video I didn't actually include my 2 eastern water dragons as they're asleep. I actually haven't included my ridge-tail monitor, so let's quickly do that. This is his tank, so he's somewhere in here. He's actually there, he's sleeping, if you guys can see him right there. Obviously you guys can see him. That's him. He's having a sleep. But again, I thank you guys so much for watching. In total, I have 4 green tree frogs, 2 green golden bell frogs, 1 banjo frog, I have 2 Maori river turtles, 2 eastern water dragons, 2 marbled geckos, I have 5 bearded dragons, a water skink, shingleback, 1 scorpion, I also have a ridge-tail monitor, and I have 29 blue-tongue lizards, soon to be 31, and plus whatever more. In fact, I also might be bringing home the western blue tongues from Lilydale High School to breed them and hopefully get some babies for the school. But besides that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a long one. I actually had to swap between 2 SD cards to film this video, as it was a lot of footage and a lot of me just getting lizards out of the tank, which also took up a lot of the video as well. But as I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. Let me know what your favorite reptile is that I actually own, whether that be a frog as well, so just include the amphibians or even my insect. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Also let me know in the comments down below what your favorite reptile or amphibian, or even if my scorpion's your favorite, let me know in the comments below. I want to know what you guys think. Okay guys, thank you for watching. At this point here is actually when the camera went flat and I couldn't bother charging it to finish off the video, so I'm just doing a quick voiceover. I was about to say in this video here, let me know in the comment below how many reptiles you guys own, and besides that, hopefully you enjoyed this video, getting to see all my animals, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.